Hello, welcome. This is Music Yard Box. You're welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. All good stuff. How are you? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. This is the champ. This is a podcast all about football. This is a Footy podcast, and we're going to be talking everything football, everything in the world of sports as well. So yeah, just make sure you keep it locked right there. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We got the Champions League draw as well. It's been done as well. We're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be looking at the Champions League draw, the Premier League preview, Premier League so far. We're gonna be looking at all the Premier League so far, the teams have done so far. We're gonna be looking at the big fight between Joshua and Alexander Usyk. Going to be looking back on that as well. I'm going to be looking at Manchester United, Liverpool. How they going to say they're struggling? I don't even want to say they're struggling, to be honest. But we're going to be touching on Liverpool as well. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Don't worry about my headphones; it's all messed up. I need to get new headphones, to be honest. And yeah, we're going to be delving into that. We're going to be looking into transfers. Dele Ali has made his move to Besiktas. He joined Besiktas today. There was loads of crowd waiting for him. There was loads of people. There was loads of people out to see Dele Ali, to be honest. So that is something very, very good for Dele as well. I wish him all the best. So we're going to be going through the list of stuff that we'll be doing. Like that's all the stuff I'll be doing. I'll be talking about today. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. This is the Footy Mad podcast. This is number 3 or number 4. I'm not even sure, to be honest. But this is take 2 really, because we did one last week and everything just went kaput. Don't know what went wrong there. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. We're going to be starting off with the Champions League draw that was done 5 o'clock this afternoon or this evening. About 30 minutes. Not about 30 minutes. Yeah, roughly about an hour ago, to be honest. About 30 minutes ago. So let's get into it. Let's look at the different groups, man. I'm looking at Tottenham as my team. Tottenham, I'm really, really looking forward to the Champions League. I think we've got a really good group. We're just going to go through the groups and then we're going to talk a little bit about the groups, and see basically what's up. So let's go into the group stages, going to the group stages and to the draws for the group. Let's see what's coming up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. My internet is playing up a little bit and everything keeps freezing up. So yeah, so that's what we'll be talking about. We'll be looking at the group stages, seeing who's got what, and we be looking at which team, what the teams are doing, and it promises to be a really interesting Champions League. So let's get into it. Into the groups. Let's go into the group stages. Let's look at the group stages of the Champions League 2022-2023. Group A, we've got Ajax, we've got Liverpool, we've got Napoli, and we've got Rangers. That's 2 British teams in that group. That group is really good for Liverpool. I think Liverpool always get nice groups, and the past in terms of Champions League groups, they always get Sporting Lisbon or somebody like that. So I think this time around is what do you call it? It's still an okay group. They got Ajax. Ajax are a good side. Napoli as well. I think Liverpool should be able to qualify from that group. Rangers as well. I would just say it's a lot more tougher than what Liverpool normally faces at the Champions League stages. So I'll say that group is a lot better than what teams they normally play. It's a lot more difficult than the teams they normally play in the past. But I can see Liverpool going through in that group, and I think Napoli joining them as well for Group A. For Group B, we got Porto, we've got Atletico Madrid, Leverkusen, and Club Brugge. Those are groups. That's the group that's not too bad. I think not too bad, especially Leverkusen. I think Leverkusen might struggle in that group to qualify, and I think Club Brugge as well might struggle. Will definitely struggle to qualify. But as for Club Brugge, I think I can't remember what competition a couple of seasons ago was here against Tottenham, and they've got some good players. They give Tottenham a lot of good games over 2 legs. So I think they're going to be a good team as well. But Atletico Madrid and definitely Porto, maybe Porto, might qualify from that group. But definitely, I think Atletico Madrid will be the favorite to get out of that group, and that will be easy. For Group C, you got Bayern, Barcelona, Inter, but Victoria Pesan. That's a top group. Tough group. That's the group of death, that's for sure. We got 3 big teams in there. Bayern, Barcelona, Inter. Barcelona are not the team they're supposed to be, but we never know what's going to happen with them. They might, maybe they've signed good players, or maybe, with all their financial situations, but they've been trying to, trying to maneuver the market as well. So maybe they might get to sign some good players, and maybe they might make it out of the group stages. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for Victoria Penzance. It's gonna be tough for them to get out of that group. I think it's gonna be between Bayern and Inter. I think Barcelona, I'm not sure, don't know where their team is now. I think Barcelona might just struggle to get out of that group. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like, share, follow, and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you comment. This is the Champions League reaction draw. This is Footy Mad podcast episode 3 or 4. I don't know which one. I think it's 4 or 3. I don't even know which one, but we can work that one out later. And we're just looking at Champions League fixtures, Champions League draws. We're going to be, what do you call it? We're going to be looking at the Premier League as well so far after 3 games, just having a quick look at that. Then we'll be looking at the boxing over the weekend between Joshua and Usyk, talking about that. We'll be talking about Manchester United, Liverpool, and we'll also be just talking about Chelsea, Harry Kane as well with his exploit in the Premier League, breaking some record. And we're going to be talking about that. So going back to the Champions League, that's group. We've done Group B, Group C as well. We've done Group C. Group D, this is Tottenham's group. This is where my team is, Tottenham. We've got a very, very nice group. I was saying before the draw that I don't really care who we get, to be honest. I think in the Champions League, we should be looking to play all the big teams. And I was really looking forward to the Champions League. But we've got Frankfurt, good side. You can see them in the Europa League against West Ham. They're good side, good team. They're going to be the toughest opponent for Tottenham in that group. I think we have Sporting Lisbon, and then we have Marseille from the French league. Marseille, I don't really know much about them, but I think they must have some good players. Sporting, I think they have good players. Portuguese players are very, very good on the ball, technical. Eintracht Frankfurt is going to be the team for Tottenham to contest with over 2 legs. And I think Tottenham should be looking to come out of that group at least top of the group, or maybe second. But I'll be disappointed if we don't top that group. Tottenham have to make use of that opportunity that they're in that group. Try and top the group so they can get an easier draw in the knockout stages. But yeah, I can see Tottenham topping that group. the Champions League. Then we go to Group E, which is we have Milan, Chelsea, we have RB Salzburg as well, Dynamo Zagreb. This group is a very, very easy group for Chelsea. I think Chelsea will qualify from the group. It depends on what who they bring in. They need a striker, that's for sure. They have to make sure they get that striker in ASAP. They need to qualify from that group. I'm gonna take these headphones off. They need to qualify from that group, and I think they will. They should definitely qualify from that group. What else? Who else? Got my headphones. I need to put my headphones back on, to be honest. Let's put the headphones back on. And then so what else? Yes, the other groups. My headphones is gone. I need to get a new one. That's for sure. So okay, let's go on to the next team, the next group. We got Group F. Got Real Madrid, we got RB Leipzig, then we got Shakhtar, we got Celtic. I think in that group, Celtic and Real Madrid should look to qualify, or the RB Leipzig should be looking to qualify as well. Shakhtar, you never know where you're going to get. I think I'll go for Real Madrid and RB to get out of that group. It's going to be a tough group as well. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be very, very tough. So I'll be looking at RB to qualify from that group. So let's go on to the last group in the Champions League, which is Group G. We have Manchester City, Sevilla. We have Dortmund, we have Copenhagen. Copenhagen known to throw up some shocks in the Champions League in the past. They're not going to be easy pushovers as well. We got Man City. Man City should coast that group. Sevilla, a good side. Sevilla, a good side as well. Dortmund are a good side as well. So that group is going to be City will walk that group, and I think the second place is between Sevilla and Dortmund. Copenhagen, I don't see them qualifying from that group. We have Group H. We have PSG in that group as well. We have Juventus, Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa. I think that group is just PSG and Juventus from that group. To be honest, Benfica can't see Benfica going through in that group though. Those are the Champions League. That's the Champions League draw. That's the Champions League draw. Champions League group stages. The draw for the 2022-23 season. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Promises to be a very, very tough Champions League as well. I think most of the big teams they've started their leagues really well. You can't really judge anything based on that, and we just have to wait till the season starts before we can really say much about it. So it's all about waiting until the Champions League. I think it starts in September next month, 6th of September. I think that's when the games start in the Champions League. So we can't really say much until it kicks off. So that's to do with the Champions League. Now we're going to talk about the Premier League. We're going to talk about the Premier League. We're going to talk about the Premier League, and we're going to be looking at the league so far. We're going to be looking at some of the teams, how they've been doing, and we're going to be looking at which teams are really struggling well. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough for some of the teams in the league already, especially the teams that come up from the lower divisions. But I've been really impressed by some of the teams from the lower divisions. Um, teams like Forest, I've been really impressed with Forest. They've got a lot of good players. So many good. I think they got 15 players at the last count. And they're doing really well. They're doing really well. They've got a very good coach as well in Gary Potter, and they have a bunch of young players with energy, young players with energy. One thing about young players, they will run all day long. They've got the energy. You just need to put them in a shape and tell them what to do. And in terms of energy and stamina, and they're not going to lack in that kind of an aspect. So Gary Cooper has got that with Forest. Got a lot of some experience. He's got good players abroad like Awuni. They signed from the German league. He's very good, and he's trying to mash everything together. He's got a lot of good. He's got a lot of young players. He signed Dennis as well from Watford last season. So the Forest are a team that are going to be doing well. They're playing Tottenham over this weekend. Hopefully, Tottenham can get. Hopefully, my team can get a win. But they're going to cause a lot of teams a lot of problems this season, and looking forward to watching their games. I've not really started to watch them, so I'll watch them really well over this weekend when they play Tottenham on Sunday. We'll be doing the watch along for that as well, so that will be an opportunity for me to really sit down and watch Forest. Another team that's been doing really well in the league is in Newcastle. They're signing player. They just got Isak in from Real Sociedad in Spain. They're looking at signing Gallagher from Chelsea as well on loan. They've got a really good side. They're building the squad really really well. They got loads of money to spend as well. I think they're the most richest club in the world, 500 billion or something. I don't know, but they're looking to spend, but they're doing it gradually. They're not going out and buying players left, right, and center. They're buying their players really gradually, and they're doing a good job so far. So uh, I'm looking forward to. That's another team that's doing really well. Uh, that's another team that's doing really well. So it's gonna be very good season for Newcastle. They should be pushing for the top 10 spot. If possible, if they can make it, they can get into the Europa League positions as well. Because you can see that position is up for grabs. There's a couple of teams looking to get into that position. So it's something that they can aspire to do. They can aspire to get into those positions. We got teams that are doing well in the league that you're looking forward to so far. Arsenal, of course, as a Tottenham fan, I wouldn't want to admit it, but they're doing really well. Arsenal are doing really well. They've won 3 games, although 3 games, I wouldn't go crazy. It's only 3 games played so far, and but you can only beat the teams in front of you. They got Fulham over this weekend, and they're flying. They won 3 games. That's all you can do. Just win your games and just sit back, relax, put your feet up, and see what happens with the other teams. Who else? In the league so far. What other teams? Brighton, they always do well. Good manager. They start really well every season. Very good manager. I love the manager as well. He's got a team playing in a system. Anytime I watch them play, they create a lot of chances. They pass the ball forward. They press high. There's always options on the ball, and it's always very high tempo game. If they can just be more consistent and get a striker in, I think they'll cause a lot of teams a lot of damage. To be honest, with the football they play, they should be up in the table. They should be fighting for those European places. Brighton, So Brighton have done really well so far. They start really well every single time in the season. Other teams doing well in the league. I'm gonna talk about my team, Tottenham. We started really well. Not lost the game. Came back against Chelsea. Showed a lot of determination. Played well as well. In the second half of games, we need to start games really well, really quickly. I think the manager is trying to get the team to be consistent. That's the key for Tottenham, and because bench is good as well. The bench is really good compared to what we've had in the past, and I think they're just going to get better at the bench. And it's a case of just letting the new players push some of the old players that we have, and I think push some of the old players that we have, and I think this season will be a good season for Tottenham. Um, and it's yeah, that's just an echo of myself. And I think it's going to be a good season for Tottenham. If they just be consistent, that's the problem for Tottenham. They just have to be consistent. And I think it will be a good season for Tottenham. Looking at other teams that are doing really well, are doing well in the league. Fulham too. They've not been bad. They've what do you call it? They've started really okay-ish. And they're trying to do some signings. They're trying to get some players in. I think the key for them is playing well at home. They can get that home form right and winning games at home with that crowd, closeness to the pitch. They'll do well. Brentford as well. Brentford, a good side, good team. The manager is coached them well, coached by the manager. I think they'll do. They're doing well as well so far. And I don't know where they are on the table, but I've seen them play. I think I like the way they play. Teams that are struggling in the league, I think Liverpool. That's a shock. I think the midfield for Liverpool is going to be a question. Fabinho, is he? I don't think he's gone past his best year. I don't think so. But I think they're just finding it difficult getting started. They got injuries to Thiago as well. They got to try and find a solution. If they're going to go to the transfer market, they got to go there and get a midfielder. But if they're going to try and comparing their midfield to a couple of seasons ago, you can see the drop in standard. Elliot comes in, he's a good player, but he's a young player. It's going to take time. They got Carvalho as well. I like the look of him. He's very good, but those players are going to take time. So you can see the drop in the little bit of the level of the midfielders they had before. So yeah, I think they're struggling now, but I think Liverpool will definitely get out of the situation they are in. It's only 3 games in right now, so I think Liverpool will get out of the situation they are in very soon. Manchester United, a couple of weeks back, last week, everybody was talking about United losing 4-0 to Brentford. But now they beat Liverpool. Just today we were trying to do the podcast, but we had problems with podcast. So that day when we did the podcast, Liverpool and they were just about to play Liverpool and Manchester United, so that podcast would have been different. But now it is different now because they played well. I saw the game played really well, pressed the eye, which I didn't think they would go. They were going to do against Liverpool. They did it in very nicely controlled press. The distances between the midfield defense and attack was not too big. And yeah, they every time they attacked, you think they were going to score. They played really, really well, to be honest. And that's what you do against Liverpool. You got to play well. And I didn't think Manchester were going to win, to be honest. I thought they might get a draw, but as you watch the game, you can tell there's only going to be one winner. And Liverpool they did really, really well in terms of. Sorry, Manchester did really well in terms of controlling Liverpool to a few chances. They didn't really give them no time on the ball, pressed them really high. Got the goals, counter. Liverpool will always give you chances because they play a high line. The question is, can they keep playing high lines with that defense? Van Dijk. They've always played high line, but the difference is before they had people that could the midfield that could press you as well, and an attack that could score goals with Mane. I think they're going to miss Mane a lot. That's like 15 goals out of the team. Can they replace it with Nunes? That's the big question. And in midfield, do they still have the leg to press you? and make sure they get possession back really quickly. And they're playing a high line as well. Can they afford to play a high line? Because everything has to be right. If you're playing a high line, your midfield has to press your opponent's midfield when they do have the ball, so they don't exploit the spacing behind. Because if they give them good players of time on the ball, they're going to put that ball behind you, and that's going to cause a lot of problems for your defense. So I think Liverpool needs to find out a way to sort that midfield out. And so that's just looking at the league, the team, Premier League so far. It's only 3 games. I'm not going to be talking about who's going to win the league now. Let's give it a couple of games, at least 10, 15 games. Manchester City as well struggled against Newcastle, but they showed the mark of a champion. 3 goals down, they came back. So you can't write Manchester off. So Manchester City off. So that the league so far is just shaping up. Teams get into their feet at different stages of the season. So it's all about who can get fit, get the team fit quickly, and get into a rhythm of winning games, and get into go on a run of winning 12, 13 games on a run. And Manchester City definitely they normally just go. They can definitely go on a run. So you can't rule them out. So yeah, that is just looking at the Premier League so far. Then what are we gonna look at next? If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. This is a Footy Mad podcast. This is 6 Yard Box. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow, like, share all the good stuff, and comment. Let me know what you think. What am I gonna say? I was gonna say something now, I forgot. Yeah, let me know what you think. Comment, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Got loads more stuff coming up this week. We're gonna be doing the watch along for the weekend games. We're doing the 3 o'clock kickoffs as well. We've always say we're gonna try and do one. This time around, we'll be doing a 3 o'clock kickoff. So make sure you join me for that one. And it promises to be another packed week of football. There's midweek football games as well. So that should be good as well. And what else? What else to talk about? We talked about the league. Finally, let's look at the game, the big fight over the weekend between Joshua and Usyk. That was a fight that we did a watch along for. You can watch, you can catch the stream in our content. You can check it out. We got streamed there, which we did last week Saturday live. It was good. Got a lot of views so far. Thank you very much, everyone that's viewed it. Really appreciate you. We want to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the summer. That's end of August or end of September. There's no rush. It'd be nice if we rush, but there's no rush. We really appreciate every single person, even if you're spending 2 minutes on our content. Just please subscribe, comment, let me know what you think as well about all the stuff we're talking about. We're looking for people as well. If you're interested in talking about football, if you've got your own channel, if you want to come on, you can drop me a comment. Let me know. We want to do like a panel kind of stream called the commentary box. So we're just going to be talking about football, just everything to do about football in general. So if you're interested, let me know. Just drop me a comment and let me know. We can set that up, and we can fix the date as well where we can do that. So let me know about if you're interested. So that's new content coming very soon. And we've been doing it for a while, but we want a panelist to do that. So the commentary box, that's the name of the new content. So we're coming up with new content every single day. We're still coming up. Don't forget every Sunday as well. Sunday back page. That's in the mornings. So that should be around about 11, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully if there's no if we don't have any games or any if there's bandwidth for us to do that, we definitely do it. We do it late sometimes, but we try and do it like before, at least before 12 or, just by 12 o'clock. So join me for that one. Comment, let me know what you think. Comment, let me know. Definitely all comments, all views, all points of views. This is 6 year box, more football, less banter. We do banter as well, but it's all about the game itself. That's what we talk about. And yeah, we really appreciate every single person. So talking about the fight, Usyk versus Joshua, the fight was a good fight. I saw it. It was just all about speed for me. Usyk was just in a different level. It was too fast, too quick, too slick. Joshua gave everything. He fought differently this time around. Went to the body, caught Usyk with some really, really good shots to the body. Usyk was wincing a couple of times, and yeah, you can see it was um, it was a case of it was a case of the speed. I don't think Joshua could match Usyk's speed. It was. It was tough. It was tough for Joshua, but he fought really well. He fought really well. I think it was. If he had the same speed with Usyk, it would have been a different fight entirely. And he gave you everything. He gave you everything. Usyk was just a different level. Just too quick, just too smart. He uses his angles really well. He's very, very, what do you call it? He's very, very lateral movements. He's more like a ballet dancer, to be honest, the way he moves around the ring. And it was tough. It was tough for Joshua. But he fought really well, and he can't be ashamed of himself for that. I think he just have to take that on the chin and go back to the drop board. Pardon the pun, to take that on the chin. Pardon. No pun intended. Well, I didn't know. I was not even thinking about it when I said it. So, but I guess that's the mark of a genius, isn't it? So, yeah. So Joshua just have to go back to the drawing board. Everything that happened after was just a little bit. Uh, I think it was just overreaction, emotions coming out, and Joshua is a good guy. He's a good champ. What I like about him is doesn't he never talks dirty about an opponent unless maybe once has been provoked. He's a perfect gentleman. He's a perfect champion as well, and everybody's different. That's the way I like my champion to be. To be honest, most people are saying, "Oh, the real Joshua is coming out now." I'm like saying, "What are you talking about?" The guy has never done this before. This is the first time he showed that he basically let a little bit of his emotions out. And people are saying, "Oh, this is the real Joshua." That's just crazy, man. Everybody has got like their set kind of behavior patterns. But once in a while, you will go out of your normal behavior, the way you behave. You go out of that pattern, and think it's normal. It's normal. People will look at it and say, "Oh yeah, he'll shout." I bet if it was, let me say, if it was, I don't know, if it was Dillian White that did this, nobody would say anything because it's like, if it was, what's the other guy's name? I can't remember his name now. I can see his face now, but I can't remember his name. If it was, the name will come to me anyway. But because Joshua showed his emotions, everybody is saying that's Joshua. But for me, he's a perfect champion, man. I wish him all the best. He can just go back into the gym. Maybe Usyk again for a third fight. But I think the next one will be Usyk and Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury has been saying that he wants 500 million. But that one is going to be one hell of a fight, to be honest. And I can see Fury, um, if he can knock him out to be Usyk out. It's going to be a top fight. Fury is very good. He's quick as well, so it's going to be a tough fight. It could be even end up on the scorecards, but it's going to be very, very interesting to see what Usyk. Because I can see because in that fight against Joshua, he was struggling towards the end of the fight. But one thing about Usyk is like if he loses a round, the next round he's going to come out and he's going to be on the front foot and try and bring the fight to you. Really, to be honest, and that's what he was doing. He always makes the last impression on the judges. So towards the end of the rounds, he puts in a little bit of work with combinations, throws punches from different angles, and that's what lingers in the back of the judges. Who is more busy, and sometimes I don't know, judges, you might remember what you see last. You don't remember what you see at the beginning. You might remember what you see at the end of the round. So I think maybe that's what Usyk was playing on there psychological. His work rate towards anytime Joshua combines, he comes out and he bangs. So, but he's a good boxer. So yeah, and that's it, to be honest, really. So yeah, this is Footy Mad. We've just covered it, talked about football. Really, we talked about Champions League draw. Tottenham's got a nice liquid draw there. Looking forward to the Champions League. We're going to be doing all the watch alongs for Tottenham, and then we'll be doing some other teams as well. And talked about the Premier League weekend coming up, game day 4, or is it 5 now? I think it's 5 now. Yeah, I think it's 5 now. Tottenham played Southampton, Chelsea, Wolves. So it's game day 4 now, week 4 of the Premier League. So yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is Footy Mad podcast episode 4 or 3 or 4 or 3. I don't even know. I think it's 4 actually. But we work that one out next time. So thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Thank you. It's been 30 minutes, bang on time. We don't want to make it too long. Watch out for all our content coming up. We've got the Premier League preview, looking at the games of the weekend. We got the watch along on Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff. And then we got the Sunday games as well. Sunday games, I think maybe we'll be doing 2 games on the Sunday. And Sunday back page, we'll be doing that one, looking at the newspaper headlines, back page of the news, sports headlines, football mainly. We'll be doing that. Hopefully, if you've got if we can, because some Sundays there's a little, we might not be able to on Sunday mornings, but if we can, we'll definitely be looking at the back pages of the papers. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Stay safe. God bless you, and we'll see you next time. And